Hi, I'm Spike, and this is the second video in a series sharing my experience in attempting to step up my audio quality to enhance my video production. In this episode, I'm focusing on my wireless kit. Currently, I use a Deity Connect kit to which I've added a Deity HDTX, which expands the capacity of the wireless system to also utilize a shotgun mic. As I run through this video, I'll show you which setup I'm using and whether you're hearing the audio as recorded straight into the camera or post-produced. So to start off with, I need to step out of my studio, my study-cum-studio, where obviously a boom mic is the optimal use case, and I'll talk through the wireless kit in 3 location cases and sum up with my overall opinion. The first use case is recording in nature outside, where the talent, in this case me, is wandering around and it's not completely practical to be booming. So I'm connected with a wireless lav. This is my Deity Connect. I can reach into my pocket for the body pack. So the BP TX is feeding into the RX Duo on top of the camera. And it's being fed to you straight as the feed that I'm putting in from here into the camera, and there's no specific post-production in this segment. So let's start with the lavaliers or lapel mics, depending on where you're watching this. When you're stepping up from an on-camera mic, which in my case was a Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, the world of wireless can look a tad daunting. At the upper end, you can spend several $1,000s for a single UHF wireless lavalier kit from companies like Lectrosonics and Zaxcom, which is realistically way above my pay grade. Fortunately, in 2019, when I first started seriously researching my options, it was a big year for wireless lavs, and up until then, the more affordable choice was a Sennheiser G4, Sennheiser AVX, or the Sony UWP in the UHF world. I'm a prosumer Rode Link Filmmaker kit in the 2.4 GHz band. And then there seemed to be a flurry of activity with the Rode Wireless Go, the Deity Connect, which I'm using, Pico mic, and later offerings from Saramonic and Boya. But as you can hear, someone started sanding in the neighborhood. So what I'm going to do is take the conversation inside to my second use case, which is the 2-person interview. The usual case here is obviously to have each participant using a wireless lavalier and also to use a boom mic. So to give context, I'll ask my alter ego to help out. Hi, thanks for joining me.
No worries. Happy to help out.
Amongst the new 2019-2020 wireless offerings, the Deity Connect stood out to me as the only 2.5 GHz system that stacked up as entry-level professional kit with far more controllability and finesse than anything else on offer.
I love what Andrew Jones and his small team at Deity are doing. Critically, the Deity Connect wireless kit comes with 2 transmitters playing to a single receiver that can be camera mounted and connected directly into your hybrid camera mic output. This saves the need for cobbling together a couple of Rode Wireless Go's or likewise a Sony, Sennheiser or Rode Link options with a Hoser stereo splitter cable into the camera input.
The Deity Connect Duo RX receiver can be used to feed 2 channels of wireless audio directly into the camera. The settings can be changed on the body packs, or as the receiver is also a transmitter, can be used remotely to control the independent settings, the input gain, the limiter, the low-cut filter, the frequency boost, the mute, and the RF power on each of the body packs to save disturbing the talent.
God forbid you disturb a talent. In this example, in the control setting of an interview, both wireless mics are actually feeding from a Duo RX receiver directly into a field recorder via the supplied XLR cables. And then I've got a line level signal sent to camera from a field recorder to synchronize in post. In this typical setup, I'd also add a boom as well, or add a second Deity Connect kit if I was recording 4 people. That way I can manage audio in post with a high quality preamps of a field recorder with a backup of on-camera recording. I'll elaborate on this workflow shortly.
Now I appreciate there's criticism of using 2.4 gigahertz on a full production film set due to the competing demands on that bandwidth. But for my primarily documentary, interview and ENG, electronic news gathering use case, that's not a concern. Happily, I've experienced no issues or adverse impact on my Deity Connect wireless system in the 2.4 gigahertz band with all the other equipment that I'm running simultaneously.
At this point, it's worth mentioning whose reviews I was following, and here the most helpful by far in making my Deity Connect decision came from Curtis Judd from Learn Light and Sound, Alan Williams from SoundSpeeds, and Gerald Undone. And I'll add links to their detailed gear reviews of the Deity Connect in the description below this video, in case you want an alternative perspective.
For the next example, I think we should step back outside.
You mean move the camera and the lights again? Sure, it'll make more sense as I want to discuss ENG style interviews. Okay, anything to oblige. When I came to order the Deity Connect in late February 2020, the Deity HD-TX, a wireless transmitter that can supply phantom power to a shotgun microphone, as well as simultaneously recording the audio on its own internal micro SD card, here in Australia at least, had just been launched as part of a Deity Connect interview kit. To my dismay, neither the Connect or the interview kit with the HD-TX were in stock in the main Australian supplier. I found a new Deity Connect kit on eBay, and it was at that time the only option available to purchase for me here in Australia, albeit via Shenzhen, which is where the Deity Connect is made anyway. I was a tad concerned at ordering an expensive piece of kit from eBay, so I contacted Andrew Jones from Deity, who in his typical zero latency style responded confirming the 2-year warranty was worldwide and eBay was fine. As I mentioned, in isolation, the Deity Connect can be used as a run and gun system with the Duo RX receiver sitting in the camera hot shoe in the same way as the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus does, and with the signal fed to the camera so that the audio is recorded alongside the video image with flexibility in post-production in your non-linear editor of choice. However, unlike using just a single on-top of camera microphone, the Deity Connect lavalier system brings the ability to feed 2 transmitters, the BPTX and the HDTX, with shotgun into the camera to ensure the critical benefits of microphone proximity are achieved. This works perfectly, and the ability to simultaneously record to the micro SD card of the HDTX while sending wireless feed direct to the camera or field recorder is very useful, particularly if, unlike me so far, touching wood, you experience any wireless dropouts.
Back in the studio, still on the topic of the HD-TX, I just wanted to highlight that the HD-TX can also be used quickly and easily as a USB interface, so that you can use your favourite microphone for Zoom or Skype meetings, podcasts or voiceovers. It's just a case of finding the Deity HD-TX listed in your favourite app and using it as your preferred microphone. Of course, you can also monitor what you're recording directly from a headphone output on the Deity HD-TX. As it's my first venture into wireless, I don't have any of the professional grade or consumer systems to do a sound comparison with. But overall, I found the Deity Connect, as well as the HD-TX, very intuitive, with the quality and functionality I hope for. I'm more than happy to recommend it to others with similar use cases looking to record quality sound files for interviews, documentary and ENG projects. Hope this has been helpful. Stay safe, stay well, and I'll see you next time.